Welcome to this edition of Tornado Watch. I'm King Sports Information Director Travis Chell, here with Associate Head Men's Basketball Coach Nick Pasqua. How you doing this morning, Nick?
Doing all right.
1-1 week last week. It started out with a bang against Mars Hill, scored 131 points, came within 2 of the school record, and you did set a school record with 27 three-point baskets. What was going right that game from behind the arc?
Well, after the Wise game, we talked a lot about playing more the way we want to play, and that's playing up-tempo and playing transition. And we've always felt like we've got some good shooters on the team. And for us to be as good as we can be, we've got to really utilize those and get the ball in quick, attack, and try and get some open shots down the floor.
Yeah, a couple of those shooters would be Logan Lyle, who's a junior, and he went 7 for 14. And then C.J. Good, a freshman, kind of came out, burst on the scene a little bit with 6, and most of those were there in the second half. Talk about what they mean to the offense from their shooting from behind the arc.
Well, anytime you've got 2 good shooters like Logan and C.J., you can really stretch the floor. And that's what we try and do. We try and keep the floor spread. We want to get them as many open looks as we can. And we try to do that by running and pushing the basketball every chance we get. They can really stretch the floor. They can shoot it from deep. Logan, he's 6'5", so he can shoot over people, which helps. And CJ's got a really quick release. He's not quite as tall, but he can get a shot off pretty quick.
Yeah, that transitioned into you played 15th ranked Lincoln Memorial on Saturday night here in a pretty packed student center. Had to lead early, came back a couple times, and then had to lead late, but then they kind of took it. Talk about that game a little bit and what you can learn from a game like that.
Well, you can always take away, I think, anytime you win, take away positives and things you need to get better at. Some things that I thought were positive from the game, I thought our kids played really hard the whole night. There was really no question about their effort or their intensity the whole night. We had stretches where we didn't make shots, we had stretches where we made a lot of shots. Where it kind of came down to is we've got to get better inside, rebounding, defending. Against bigger kids. We're not the biggest team. We play a little smaller because we want to play faster, and that can hurt us sometimes on the boards, and that was evident against Wise and against LMU the other night. That kind of came down to we needed to stop and a rebound and just couldn't get it, and then we had a couple empty possessions down the stretch too.
Yeah, that points in the paint was a big one against Lincoln Memorial. What can you do? What do you need to do to get better in that area?
Well, I think it starts with all 5 guys on defense. As far as rebounding, that's where we're having the biggest problem right now is giving up too many offensive boards, and we need all 5 guys, not just put it on our 4 or 5 man down there to get all the rebounds. We need our point guards or 2 guards in there trying to battle some and rebound, and just knowing what we're doing. We throw a lot at our kids, both offensively and defensively, and it's taken a while for them to pick some of it up. But I think once we get all on the same page, I think we'll figure out all those problems.
Yeah, another freshman that had a good week here, and his first week here at King in games was Hunter Laveau. He scored the first 7 and last 7 against Lincoln Memorial, had a team high 27, career high 27, and only his 3rd game. He also went for 22 and 11 in that win against Mars Hill. What has he done this season, and what is his role in the offense?
Well, I think Hunter, he spent a year between high school and coming here at a prep school at Massanutten. They were the #1 ranked prep school in the country last year, and he was playing against guys that went to Miami, Kansas, all kinds of D1 schools. So I think that really helped prepare him for this transition. And going against the competition he's going against now, it's a little easier than going from high school to college because he spent that year going against college-level kids at the highest level. His role is he can do a little bit of everything, I think. He can shoot it, he plays hard, he keeps plays alive, offensively, defensively, rebounding. Hunter's a great kid. He'll do whatever you ask him to do. He wants to be a good player. He's in the gym a lot, working on his game. So he's been a great addition to our program so far, and we just hope he can keep it up the rest of the year.
All right, only one game this week after playing 3 in 6 days last week. First road trip of the year, going to Trevecca Nazarene in Nashville. Their record may not show it, but they've played some pretty good competition this year.
They really have. They're 1-3 right now, but the record really doesn't indicate it. And they play probably one of the best D2 programs in the country tonight in Alabama Huntsville. They've got a really good point guard. They've got a kid that's a junior college transfer that's very good for them as well. Plays on the wing, and they've got some size inside. It's going to take a really good game for us to go down there and win. Like you said, our first road trip. Just seeing it on tape a little bit, looks like they've got a smaller gym that's going to be louder, and it's going to our guys are really going to have to come together and play well.
Yeah, that's usually key on the road, isn't it? Have everyone come together, play as one unit.
Yeah, it is, especially first road trip with lot of young guys, a lot of new guys in the program. Hopefully we can count on Mike and Scotty and some other guys who have done it before to kind of provide some leadership. And it'll be a big win for us going into the holiday break before we go up to Indiana and play Southern Indiana and Bellarmine. So looking forward to it, looking forward to getting back out there and trying to improve on some of the things we didn't quite do against LMU.
All right, thank you, and good luck this weekend at Trevecca Nazarene.
All right, thank you.